I'm like consciousness. Today I want to talk about how to conglomerate your higher selves and upgrade yourself as one giant oversoul, walking grounded here in the physical plane, in the third dimension. Okay, this is going to be a more or less advanced video because that's what I like to talk about. I like to talk about the higher stuff. I like to get into the things that are more esoteric and higher dimensionally evolved, and the things that require more awareness to actually utilize yourself while existing here on the physical planet. Okay, some of the things I talk about repetitively because it's an ongoing process for me. I'm always awakening and hitting new levels of existence, at least in my inner world, and getting into those levels of where I can actually place myself in my own unified field of consciousness, where I'm an illuminated soul, and where I exist at it's more or less a testament of my own experience based off of my own understanding of my own experience as I see it as. Same with you. Okay, you can only see things for the level that you have experienced things as, because all knowledge comes from experience. Okay, literally. Okay, you can't really know anything for sure unless you've experienced it yourself, or you've seen somebody else experience it, either read it or seen it yourself, and then you've learned from experience. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like a testament to my own experience gifted to you. Okay, there's things that you can do to actually keep your energy clean, keep your energy clear, and keep yourself grounded every single day of your life when you're living through this density on this physical planet the way that it is, because it's very, very dense down here. Okay, you know, I don't have to tell you this if you know what's going on the planet right now. A global virus from nowhere that just poof, oh, it's a virus, oh, everybody stay inside. You know, it's just like, come on, like, it's obvious what happens. All right, let's not get into it. All right, so the basis of existing now is to be able to keep your energy clean no matter what, as best as you can. Okay, because if you don't, you know, it's kind of like you are going to have to learn that you're going to have to, like, or else. We're getting into a place where we are creating what we're creating, whether we want to create it or we don't want to create it, and there's a choice there. Okay, whether we're going to create something or we're not going to create something. So you have to decide that you have the choice to decide. All right, it's not, oh, I don't want to create this stuff, oh, this stuff is happening, oh, global virus. Like you have to understand that you don't have to get sick if you keep your energy levels up, if you keep your attitude up, if you keep your emotions high, above water. Okay, and the people who can help you do this are your higher selves. Okay, you have to understand that you're not just a physical being. All right, you have a soul. You have your own light body, which is in your body at all times, made of white, blue, and chalk light. That's the core version of yourself in your pillar of light. Okay, then you have a fifth dimensional version of self, which is golden Christ conscious version of you, perfect health, smile being from ear to ear. That's you in the fifth dimensional version, and that's where ascension stops for like 98% of the community of the spiritual evolution talking about stuff on the internet. Alright, it actually goes a lot further than that. You have many higher selves. You have a sixth dimensional version of higher self, seventh dimensional version of higher self, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, all the way up 33. Alright, so you need to understand, at least if you want to keep going and surpass, you know, do the best that you can on your own personal awakening path, to have the highest chance of making the jump out of duality and staying out of sickness the entire time that you're here on the physical plane. Okay, so you know, it's about getting back and reattaching and reintegrating your soul pieces. All right, on this YouTube channel I talk about how I integrate my higher selves, how I utilize their versions of self as levels of strength and levels of integrity, and I do that by bringing their piece of self and utilizing it within my own construct of reality as myself. I basically, I integrate their inner child. I bring their inner child back to my center of self, into my light pillar, and integrate them into my heart chakra, which is basically ascension. It's like when you heal and reintegrate and realign and identify as a version of your inner child, whether it's you or your higher self, you've won. Like that's the number one key, because you get your integrity back, you get your innocence back, and you get your originality back of the most divine version of yourself that exists. Okay, even though you've never really lost it, it's like you've just remembered it again. Okay, so I do that for my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th version, which are all the dimensional versions that exist under duality. Okay, now what is duality? Alright, duality is a level of intensity, very intense evolutionary simulation of existence. It's not actually real, because you have the light and then you have the dark, and then they're always co-creating around itself. It's like, oh, it's the golden age for a few thousand years, and oh, it's the dark ages for a few thousand years. Oh, it's the golden age. That's great love, light, harmony, bliss, abundance, and peace in the galaxy. There's, oh, it's the dark age. Oh, it's fear, fear-monger, war, hate, jealousy, famine, war, fear, fear, fear. And then, oh, it's light. Oh, it's fear. Oh, it's light. Oh, it's fear. And it keeps going and going and going like a psychotic loop. And nothing ever gets created out of it after it. It just keeps going on repeat. It's like a cosmic clown scenario. It's literally like, that's what duality is. It's like the black and white yin yang. That's what a jester's costume is themed as. Like, it's literally like a cosmic clown, cosmic creation program, simulation program. So that exists, 12th dimensional existence and under. Okay, so when you integrate your higher selves under that, you get above the duality and you begin to rise, and you begin to actually live, breathe, pulse as a cosmically evolved being walking oversoul, here grounded on the physical plane on the planet Earth. So here's my diagram for that. Here's how I do it. Here's how I did it. Here's how I like to walk around every day. Here's how I understand myself as a walking, breathing, physical force of God, as you like to call it, or as whoever would watch this video would like to call it. This is the way I do it. Okay. You have, okay, here's my existence like program here. Hope you can see this. Alright. Okay, you can probably see this. Alright. So you have you in 3D. Alright, you're totally grounded to Earth at all times. Alright, this is your 5th dimensional Earth that you understand yourself as, okay? As living on, okay? Always want to understand yourself. This is your happy place. This is where everything is always going to be alright. This is the 5th dimensional version of Earth. We made the shift. Keep this under your feet at all times. Alright? Now, you have you also existing on the quantum field. Alright? Now, this is the dimensional realm that I explain and mention all the time. How you exist here, and it's a realm that expands off into eternity. Okay? You exist here. And then from here, you also have your higher selves that are connected to you. Here you have, say this is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimensional version of you simultaneously. Okay? Because you also simultaneously are always here at the same time. Okay? Then you have your 6th dimensional version of yourself, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and then 12th. Alright? I could just draw 12 in real quick, but he's there. Alright? And then in the center, you have a pillar of light. You're always in the pillar of light also, all the way up and down. So while you're here on Earth, okay, you also simultaneously exist as one oversoul. Okay, just understand this. Okay, when you understand this, it gets a lot easier to integrate your higher selves and understand that when you finally wake up, when you finally spin your Merkaba and activate your light body and energy field and third eye, you're going to look up and then you're going to see beings that are connected to you, okay? Kind of like you're sitting in a stadium and the seats are very close to you, and they'll just be like looking down at you, be like, yo, what's up? Like, that's basically how it is. Like, when it happens to me every couple, I don't know, it happens to me every once in a while. I'll be able to see like these beings there like very clearly. However, I always am interacting with my higher selves on a daily, integrating them into my suit and clearing my energy stream every single day through all of them, okay? So just understand, like, this is how it works, all right? This is how it works. This is how you integrate with your higher selves and conglomerate your higher selves, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's very important. All right, these are things you need to know to actually hit the next level and actually move forward and actually get into the higher dimensional versions of ascension and not just stop at the fifth dimensional version, okay? The thing about your higher selves also is that not all of them are at the beginning when you meet them are light, okay? Your 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th version, the self, okay? They are what you would call shadow versions or night forms, all right? I'll explain in the next video how you redeem them and move them into higher levels of light of themselves. However, you know, it's very basic. You basically just put them in a violet flame, and then it's like, you know, they basically go and find themselves as more of a light being as your existence and understanding of yourself evolves more and more, okay? So that's it. I'll say that for a later video. Peace and love. If you guys like a session, I do sessions at climblight.org. I do healing, numerology readings, energy readings, custom art. I have a store coming up with more art going into that store, and so much more. All right. Peace and love. Talk to you soon.